My great grandfather, he was a pro. He was an absolute pro when it comes to woodworking. I have his furniture throughout my house. I have some bowls that he's turned, and I saw that not that many people knew how to do that. So I was like, I'm gonna learn how to do that. That looks fun, and it is. And so I started doing it. And the kind of circle back to the other question, like how did it get started and how did it get going? Um, I started making right before I left for the Marines, or left out of 1-7. They were making these Bloody A, the animal company logo,
Mm-hmm.
out of wood, and so I was kind of helping make those for a little bit because the platoon sergeant for headquarters platoon was making them, and it was taking a long time. And he had a whole bunch to get because a bunch of people were getting out of our animal company at the time. So I was like, I'll help you out, man. So I whipped up like, I don't know, like 20 or 30 of them, and so I brought that design home and started making them again because I saw that no one was getting them. I was like, so if anyone is getting out of animal company and they want one of these, if they didn't get one of these animal company wooden logos, here's what I got, and I gotta sell them for 35 bucks. So here it is. If anyone wants them, send me a message and I'll send one out to you. So a whole bunch of guys, ordered those, and then later down the road, after selling a couple of those, David Abernathy, I don't know if you know him or not, but he was in the animal company as well.
Mm-hmm.
He asked me to make him this coffee table that was all black and had this bloody A inlay in the table, and it had like a drawer that came out the side where you could put a piece in there and then slide it in, and you wouldn't know it was there. It was cool, and so that kind of launched me into thinking maybe it's a little bit more of a business and doing custom pieces and custom furniture. So then I, started vocalizing that, hey, I'm doing custom work, and then it kind of took off from there, and I just got order after order after order, and at this point right now I can't keep up with as many orders as I get. I'm booked with orders until next year. That's and it sucks because I'm like, man, I really got to get these orders done. But at the same time, it's like that's awesome. At least people are responding to it and know that I can take care of that and get them what they need to that they've always wanted. But that's kind of like that's the best way I think I can answer your question at this time without thinking about it a little bit more.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, that was I kind of go deep sometimes, but I mean, you just started with one thing, and it produced. You gave time, you gave effort, you gave patience, and a lot of hard work, and now you have a shop, and I'm sure you fantasize about your dream shop, but
Oh yeah.
I mean, um, I've always thought about starting my own little side gunsmithing business because I'm a gun nut, but it's gonna take time, and you gotta find one little niche part of that market, and just put time and effort into it. So I mean, I'm nowhere near starting that, especially with what I'm doing now, but like that's an inspiring story. And that's why I was so impressed by what I saw from you, and like obviously you want to see that, like you want to, especially those either tiny or massive success stories, especially from our community, of a guy who put it all out on the line and went for something, and
Yeah.
and it was able to achieve at least something, and like we should 100% support that, like get behind that. And you're starting to see it, like these veteran-owned businesses and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like we're all hard workers. We can do task organization like a mother, and we don't mind working long hours. And if it's something we believe in and want to see, want to accomplish that mission, whatever that mission is, like we're gonna get it done. And
Yeah.
I think that's why you're starting to see a more prosperous future for the veteran community. And like
There's
like
no harder workers, that's for sure.
yeah, I've absolutely noticed that, and that's why like you see results. And I think that's why you're starting to see like large corporations, like I'm not sure. I mean, I come from an IT background, a short one, but like Google's has a specific hiring program for veterans now,
Hmm.
and it's it's just awesome, and you should want to be able to see that grow and blow up. And like I know you've been really trying with your little short videos, and can I kind of discuss like that whole model of trying to market yourself and like maximizing social media for that particular part of your business.
So when it comes to the whole marketing aspect of my business, I think that social media is a very powerful tool, and you can use it for free. And that's probably the most contributing factor with making videos and pushing stuff through social media. I mean, I get Yelp calling me 2 or 3 times a day trying to get me to give them money to put my ads up on there, but I don't need it, so I always just ignore them. But my videos generally um, are are made because someone asked me a question, and I decided that well, I'll just make a video about it. So I think the last one I made was how to do reflective paint.
Yeah.
It was a really boring video, but it explained the process. That's because someone asked me, "Well, how do you make something reflective?" And I said, "Well, I'll just make a video and you can watch it."
Hmm.
So there you go. That's pretty much the summary of a lot of my videos. Is just someone asking me, "How do you do that?" And I say, "Okay, I'll make a video." So if anyone wants to know how to do something, just ask me, and I'll make a video about it.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. And like that's something that's really cool, and I'm starting to see it a lot more. Is that like your specific customer engagement? Like they get the inside look of what Adam does at the shop and how he produces his work, and like that's content, and like driving content to market
Yeah.
yourself is huge. And um like
Another aspect of my videos too is to make sure people know that I'm working.
yeah, 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 yeah,
Because like I have some orders on the books that have been a while that's taken some time, but putting those videos out there kind of it gives me a little bit of relief. I don't know if it gives them any relief, but for me, it's kind of like, look, I'm working on stuff. I'm not just taking your money, your deposits, and not doing anything. I'm working. I'm trying to get them done. So
yeah. No, I
that's
mean it's
part of it for me too.
and you've been definitely vocal about like sometimes you have extremely late nights and but I mean you said it like it was all worth it, like you're completing your
Yeah.
mission. And um I mean I wish I could you know help you and like make something like the snowball effect and let this blow up, because I'm sure you'd love to do this just full time.
Oh yeah, I would love to do it full time. So many factors though that come into play with that.
Yeah, no, it's difficult, and it's a hard pill to swallow, especially when you love something so much and you have the talent and you have
Yeah.
the ability.
The other thing with that too is I don't want to get tired of doing it either. You
Yeah.
know, I don't want it to become a burden. So, and ultimately, it's that's a big leap of faith as well.
Hmm.
Trying to take something that it works pretty good to pay the cell phone bill and some of the electric bills, but if I went and jumped into it full time, will it work?
Yeah.
Will it sustain? And I don't know. I'm not sure. I'll be honest. I'm afraid to even try or even attempt
Yeah.
to find out. Especially when I have a really stable daytime job, so I don't want to test my luck.
Yeah. But I mean, if you can find that balance of still being able to you work your full time job, so you have that stability, but still put as much time as you can to just keep it going. You never know what could happen, and
Yeah,
absolutely if you love it and you want to do it, like that's awesome, dude. And that's something I'm trying to do, and that's the purpose of this is like I'm obsessed with podcasts. I listen to them all the time, and I think they're a great tool for not only entertainment but information. Like I've learned so much just from listening to
yeah,
podcasts and about anything. I mean, there's podcasts about everything, and like obviously this is not the ideal setup. Like, I'd love to be sitting in a big old comfy chair next to you and just sit and chat, but That's not now.
Yeah.
But I can absolutely work towards that in the future, and I can get better at this. I can improve my audio. I can improve this presentation, and just try and market that as much as I can. But like the entire purpose, and I'm glad you brought it up, is like you don't want to lose the love for this. Like this is fun for me, dude. Like I've ever since we booked this, I've been thinking about it this entire day because I
Yeah.
love just sitting and shooting the breeze, especially with fellow veterans. And like
Yeah.
that's gonna be this podcast, and
Well,
it's called.
this is the first official interview that I've done before, so
Yeah,
yeah, I was looking forward to it as well.
that's awesome, man. I'll go ahead and kind of wrap things up because we've been going for 43 minutes. I'm sure we could go all night, but I know you're a busy man as well. But I mean, I can absolutely definitely look at having you back on, and
Yeah.
just get a couple updates on where you're at, and how the business is going. But basically, I love to give you the opportunity to plug. Where can people find you, find your work, and all that?
Sure. So, apmwoodworking.com. That's my website. And you can also find me on Facebook, just at APM Woodworking. I'm on Instagram, but I'm not on there as much as I should be. But that's pretty much, yeah, that's where I'm at, apmwoodworking.com, and at APM Woodworking on Facebook. So if you want to get on there and follow my social media, you can see all my videos, my pictures, and I post you know specials or custom work that I've done, and something might interest you. And, you might want to buy it. So get on there and check it out.
Definitely, and that's basically the model I'm gonna have to use to help financially support this, and if I can help you in any possible way I can, I'm absolutely going to, and I hope the viewers see this, and they do go check you out, because it's at the very least it shows you have support, and you have people that are interested, and
Yeah.
that really helps keep you going. And like you said, social media is a very powerful tool, and if it may not be the first 100 viewers of this may not see it and be like, I could care less about woodworking, but like there's a lot of people out there that I'm sure would. Like Nick Offerman is a dude, and that's for a good
Yeah.
reason. And I'm sure you love him as well. So I'd love to see you to become the next Nick Offerman, buddy.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. I appreciate that.
Cool. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this up.